What is the best paint for cabinets? Well, what is the best 1K paint that you can go down to your local paint store and purchase? Today I'm going to do a head-to-head on what I do believe are the two best products from the two biggest paint stores in the area. We have Sherwin Williams Gallery, and also we have Benjamin Moore Command. Now, Benjamin Moore probably, you could argue that Advance is better than Command for cabinets because Advance is KCMA certified, but Advance is a 16-hour recoat time, which if you're in a spray shop spraying cabinets, nobody's got time for that, right? However, we're gonna actually see if there's any difference in dry time because they may dry around the same time. Now, the other thing that I'm gonna do here in comparison is, as you can see, I have 10-inch cut pieces of MDF that are pre-primed. I've skimmed on red bondo on both of these. I'm gonna lightly sand these smooth so that there's some red bondo. And some of you guys know that spraying over red bondo can sometimes take up to 3 coats to cover. So that being said, these two are extra white from Sherwin Williams. So we're gonna be spraying both of these white, stock white, extra white products on top of the red bondo, see what it looks like in 2 coats, see if anything's bleeding through. Maybe the Command gets it done in 2 coats and it's taking 3 on the Gallery series. We're gonna find that out here. Now, the other comparison I'm gonna do that you guys are really gonna love, we have all struggled on cabinets with dark colors. I have the Command, and this is actually the Gallery series without a label, but it is the Gallery series, shot in naval from Sherwin Williams, naval. Okay, so we all know with darker colors, these are both a clear base. With clear base, there's 16 ounces left here, clear resin with room for up to 16 ounces of colorant to add to these. That is why I do believe darker colors scratch and chip easier and take longer to cure, because we are diluting the resin with colorant. Now, to make naval, I've asked both of them, we have 16 ounces of colorant in the Command to make this clear base naval from Sherwin Williams. The Sherwin Williams naval comes in the clear base, but only has 6 ounces of colorant. So way less than half. What I do know is there's a lot more colorant in the Command to make this naval. So with that being said, I'm going to do a sample with the pre-primed MDF in naval. I'm gonna do the sample. We're gonna do 2 coats on everything across the board. I'm gonna spray everything with the quick shot so I can get in and out of these colors quickly, and do 2 coats. Same, they're gonna get the same passes on everyone. And we're gonna find out what is a better product, and I can't wait. It has been 72 hours since I've sprayed out these samples. I have the Sherwin Williams Naval and Extra White samples sprayed out in the Command product and the Sherwin Williams Gallery product. And we're gonna do some testing on these. I kind of have some categories here that I was gonna score everything on. One would be dry time. I found that all the products dried to the touch in probably anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. with the amount of paint that I put on. Now I used my Graco Quick Shot, and I just did 5 passes on each one per coat, and I did 2 coats. So I did a side pass and 3 across the top and another side pass times 2. So they all got the equal amount of product. It's all on pre-primed MDF. I didn't use any primer. Otherwise the samples probably would have looked a little better. I did notice the product made the MDF pop a little bit, so my samples look a little grainy, but that's here nor there. We're going to put these things to the test. Recoat time, you know, this one's an hour on the data sheet. This one's 45 minutes on the data sheet. I actually recoated these quicker because I wanted to get into 4 colors, and I was recoating these in the 20-minute mark, and without any issues, 0 reactions, 0 off-gassing bubbles. So they all were pretty user-friendly for getting right on second coat. Price of command, and I'm not going to get into what my pricing is, but I'm getting this with my discount for about $5 a gallon cheaper than what I'm getting the gallery for. And I know Sherwin Williams just raised their price again, so I'm not quite sure what my price is going to be on that. So, you know, the price advantage goes to Command. Now, KCM certification. Now, this is a certification that is given to the product for cabinet coatings, for scratch resistance and chemical resistance. Gallery has that certification, Command does not. So I'm going to give a point to, this is a sales, this is something that you can use to help sell the kitchen cabinet job. Maybe I'm showing up with Gallery to compete against someone else. A lot of times I will ask, hey, what's the other painter using? And if they're not using a KCMA certified product, sometimes I can sway the customer based on me using a product that is designed for cabinets. I know Command was designed for trim and doors. I do think it's a fantastic viable option for cabinets because of the quick dry time, and we're going to see just how scratch and chemical resistant it is in just a minute. Scratch resistance, I'm going to take a credit card and I'm going to slide it across twice on the dark color and the light color on both. We're going to see how scratch resistant. With chemical resistance, I have some 409 like bathroom cleaner. I'm going to spray on directly onto the sample. I'm going to wipe it off with a soft cotton cloth, and then I'm also going to take a scrubby and scrub on a little bit like I'm trying to remove some spaghetti sauce, and we're going to see if we burnish the sheen at all. Coverage, let's talk about coverage. I felt like in 2 coats, the solids on here are a big difference. Benjamin Moore Command actually has volume solids at 41.4%, which is pretty high, and the Gallery is only at 20 volume solids 27.2%. So big difference in solids, which translate to better coverage, so a better hide. So I did notice that the blue colored covered better than the Gallery's blue. Now I'm going to get into, you know, my Benny Moore store didn't mix the right color. So you can see here's Sherwin Williams Naval mixed by Sherwin Williams. I wanted Ben Moore to match that so I would have a comparable color. They're off on their color quite a bit. This is way darker and deeper. So unfortunately, shame on Ben Moore for giving me a crappy match. So my test is a little off because this is probably a better coverage color. But when we get down to the white color, I skimmed red bondo down the middle of these samples to see if I would see some bondo showing through. And under heavy light, after 2 coats, to the trained eye, I would probably put another coat on the gallery just to be safe. Someone who's inexperienced probably can't see through that, but I can, and I would definitely, if this was my job, put a 3rd coat on this. The Command actually did a very good job of coverage on the white with 2 coats over the red bondo. So that being said, with the higher solids, I'm going to give the point to the Command on coverage on the white color, and I can't really score on the naval just because these colors are so off. Big difference in color. So now I'm docking a point for a bad match on Ben Moore, but I'm also docking a point on Sherwin Williams because they shot my color in here and they didn't shake it for me. So when I popped the can, it needed to be vigorously stirred before, which so both of the paint stores screwed up a little bit for me. So, but that's nor here nor there. So with that being said, let's get to our scratch test. Okay, we're gonna start with the Command and the dark color here. I'm gonna take my credit card and I'm going to scrape across this with the same so with the Command, you can clearly see the marring on there, so there's no hiding that. Let's move over to the Command in white. This one's going to be a little harder to see, and yep, definitely some marring there. Equal marring on both. Sherwin Williams Gallery and Naval. Now, there's no marring there, which surprises me. Huge difference. This is the Sherwin Williams Gallery. Okay. No scratches. Now look. Here is the Benjamin Moore Command. The scratching is pretty significant and no scratching on the gallery. All right, here's the gallery in the white color. And 0 scratching. Okay, so in the scratch test, I'm giving the advantage to gallery, big advantage actually. Using a plastic credit card, so not really going at it very much. And you can see the scratching on the Command is pretty significant, and not really seeing very much, if any, on the gallery. So that's 1 point for gallery. Okay, here we're gonna try a blue scrubby. Mrs. Smith got some spaghetti sauce on there, and she's gonna go at it a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to wipe this off. Not bad. Still looks really good. All right. Let's try the navel from Sherwin Gallery here. Okay. Do a little scrubby scrub. All right. Let's wipe it off. Very good. Okay, so my test is concluding that both of them hold up very well to cleaning with scrub-free toilet bowl cleaner, which is pretty harsh, and to a light wiping with the paper towel and scrubbing with the scrubby. So I'm going to give them kind of an equal score on that. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking around till the end. I did spend money on all this for your entertainment, so if you guys found value in this, please subscribe and like. If you have any comments or questions about the products, I'd love to hear them. What's your favorite 1K cabinet paint? I mean, I know there's a lot of better 2K products, but you know, what is your favorite 1K cabinet coating? I have the results in right here. Thanks for sticking around. I kind of scored things. Dry time, they're about the same, so I gave them both a zero. Recoat time, the same. I'd have to give them both a 0. I mean, it says recoat time's quicker, but I recoated them both in about 20 minutes, and things dried really quick, and I had no problems, no issues. Price, Command is $5 cheaper, so I gave a point to Ben Moore for price on that. KCMA certification, Gallery has the certification, Command does not, so I gave a point to Gallery. Scratch resistance, point goes to Gallery. Chemical resistance, they're the same, gave them both a 0. Coverage on white goes to Command, so gave Command a point for coverage. Coverage on navel, that's inconclusive. I did feel like this color covered better, but since the color was mixed incorrectly, I'm going to give that an inconclusive. So that's 0 there. So funny, we end up with 2 points each, which makes it kind of a tiebreaker. However, I would say if the certification, the KCMA certification and scratch resistance is your preference, then I'm going to have to give the upper edge to the Sherwin Williams Gallery. And if coverage and price is your preference, I do believe the Benjamin Moore Command covers better and is of better value. So hopefully you like this content. Please subscribe. See you next time.